waffles in the morning, syrup sweet and slow. Golden stacks are rising, sunrise in the glow. Sticky choice so grand, breakfast on demand. Smile and take my hand in waffle wonderland.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wafflecast. So let's just get it out of the way. Yes, you're going to notice there is a change. Yep, it was time. Anyways, there, we got it out of the way, right? Because I know some of you are probably looking at the screen going, what's different? I can't figure it out. Or you can. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about, the upcoming sets that are coming out, right? We've got Final Fantasy. We've got Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've got Spider-Man. We've got Edge of Eternities. All of these sets are coming out this year. And we're going to talk about booster boxes. We're going to talk about collector boxes. We're going to talk about all kinds of different stuff, right? Because I want to talk about the financial things of Magic today. And one of the things that I want to talk about is the absurdity of what is going on with the pre-sales, okay? So I looked on Amazon, scoured through Amazon. There'll be images on the screen to help you guys out here. But I thought it was really wild how we haven't even gotten to Tarkir being... God, I keep hitting this thing. We haven't even gotten to Tarkir being out yet. And we have pre-sales for Final Fantasy, which comes out in June, Edge of Eternities, which comes out in August, and Spider-Man, which comes out in September. Like, spoiler season is going to be great, I guess. I mean, if we get to that point. I'm really starting to get annoyed by this. Anyways. If you look, let's start with Tarkir, because that's the first one that's going to come out, right? That's coming out April 11th is when Amazon says it's going to be shipping out. And we actually have 5 commander decks coming with booster boxes, collector boxes, play booster box, sorry. Right now, play booster boxes are selling, I think it was $164, $169, somewhere in there for a play booster box. Collector boxes are pre-selling at $300. And a set of commander decks is pre-selling at $224. Okay. First of all, if you haven't learned by now with aetherdrift and all of the other sets, buying the product early, buying the pre-orders, buying before it comes out, you're going to pay more in the beginning than you are if you wait a couple weeks after the set comes out. Now, I get it. Collector boxes have a finite print run, right? They only make so many, and then once they're gone, they're gone. As far as the play booster boxes, we've seen, Murders of Karlov Manor got as low as like $80 a play booster box. If you're going to go the play booster box route, just wait it out. If you want to get the collector box and you're not trying to pull immense value right away, and you just like opening the collector packs and you have the money to burn, by all means, pre-order away. I personally think it's a terrible idea to pre-order these collector boxes. That's just my own personal opinion because, one, I don't have money to light on fire, and two, I'm getting back into the grind of playing. I don't really care about collecting. I don't care about anything other than using the cards to play with. So I'm waiting till play booster boxes come out, they get cheap, or the singles are cheap enough to get a hold of what I need to get a hold of. Now, moving down the list, we have in June 13th, we have Final Fantasy coming out. Now with that, everything is sold out as of right now for Final Fantasy. The bundles are sold out. God, I'm getting really annoyed by this. The bundles are sold out. The play booster boxes are sold out, and the collector boxes are sold out. Like, everything's just gone. And I was seeing some absurd pricing. I think people are trying to resell. Scalpers are reselling, and the set's not even out yet. They're reselling it on eBay for like $600, $700, $800 a collector box. Okay. My 2 cents on this one is, if you missed out on the pre-orders of getting a collector box at $300-$400, do not pay $700-$800 for a collector box. Okay, I feel, and this is my own personal opinion, I feel that the amount that they are pre-selling is not the amount that they're going to print. I think they had, I'm just throwing random numbers. This isn't the actual numbers, but let's say they were going to print 100,000 collector boxes. I would guarantee that they are not going to pre-sell all 100,000 collector boxes, because they have to give some to Amazon, they have to give some to the local game stores, they have to distribute it in a way to where it gets out even enough to where people can get a piece of the money pie. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, we're gonna print 100,000. Again, this is just random numbers based on just trying to prove a point here, and they pre-sold maybe 10,000 out of the 100,000 to see how much they can milk us for. Because in all reality, we haven't seen if they're serialized in Final Fantasy. We haven't seen anything of a very short print run of certain specialty cards, right? So with that, they could look at it and go, oh, well, if we don't do serialized, this set's going to sell no matter what. So we can triple the amount of collector boxes we would normally make and make a boatload of money at this. This is another reason why I don't like to get into the pre-orders, because this is WotC's fishing attempt to see how much they can milk the cow. Okay? So especially with play booster boxes. Like if you look at Foundations, that's going to be around for 5 years. You look at Final Fantasy, that's going to be around for 5 years. There's a lot of these sets now are going to be around for 5 years. Well, 3 years with the standard thing. So Foundations is 5 years, but play boosters for the newer standard sets is 3 years. So the amount of times they can reprint these boxes are pretty high. All right. So we've talked about Tycoon, we've talked about Final Fantasy. Edges of Eternity, or Edge, is it Edges? Edge of Eternities, right? Same thing. Collector booster boxes are selling at 300. We've got the play booster boxes selling at 164. Then you've got your play set of commander decks, which there's 4 of them, but it's 2 of each. Okay, there's 2 commander decks total, but they're selling it as a 4-pack where you get 2 of each for 180, which, in my opinion, is kind of dumb. If there's only 2 commander decks, why are you trying to sell me 4 of them? So realistically, you're looking at probably $90 for 2 of them, which isn't a bad deal for commander decks. 45 per deck seems reasonable. But yeah, those are coming out in August 1st actually. So we've got April, which is month 4. We've got June, which is month 6. Edges of Eternity, month 8. And then the quick turnaround from Edges is Spider-Man. And that comes out September 26th. All of the collector boxes are sold out for this on Amazon as well. Another set, completely sold out, except for the play boosters. Those are still available, but as soon as the collector boxes went up, they sold out. Because people were like, I would assume a lot of people missed out on the Final Fantasy. And so they're like, well, I'm going to get on the Spider-Man. And again, we've got scalpers already relisting on eBay with all of this, right? So, and the play boosters are selling at $209, which is a $40 jump from Tarkir and Edges. Final Fantasy selling at $200, $199. So it seems like the universes beyond play boosters are a little bit higher than the Magic IP related boosters. Now, what's the point of this whole video, right? The whole point of this video is 1, don't spend money you don't have. 2, there's a reason why WotC is pumping out 4 sets that come out later this year right now. And the biggest reason is because there's an earnings call coming April 23rd. Basically, they're going to tell their investors in the world how much money they made and all this other stuff. So all of this is to prop up that earnings call. This is literally to inflate that earnings call to show them, hey, we're doing really well. Look at these numbers. Look at how many units we have sold. Look how much money is coming in. And you're going to notice there's going to be a back into this where later on, the amount of money that comes in right now versus the amount of money that comes in later is going to be different. Now, we don't know how much different. We don't know. Maybe this initial 4-set pre-sale will prop it up enough to where their shareholders are happy. And then as these sets trickle out in April, June, August, September, and people start to dump money into them because they missed out on pre-orders and now there's more available, surprisingly, that there's more available, people will buy into it. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to hedge their bets, right? They're trying to make this look better than it actually is for the financial aspects of things. Because WotC was down 7% last year. As an annual gross income and everything, they were down 7% from the previous year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying some new kind of tactic to prop up and inflate these numbers, right? Because we haven't seen pre-sales like this ever, where they're just like, hey, look at all the sets that are coming out this year. We're going to put everything up for pre-sale February and March. And it's not going to come out till like September. Like, I haven't seen this. I don't think anybody else has. This is new. I mean, yes, they've done pre-orders. They've done advanced showing of what the price could be and things like that. I think with Innistrad Remasters and Aetherdrift being such tanks, like so bad, they did so badly in the market, I think they're doing this to try to recover. That's my take on what they're doing with the financial sides of this, right? Honestly, if you're a player and you're somebody who just wants to play the game and you go to do the competitive grind, none of this really matters to you, right? You're just like, I don't care about opening boxes. I go buy my singles. I do what I need to do. A lot of the people who are going to do this enjoy opening packs. I enjoy opening packs. Not going to lie, it's fun. But at the end of the day, there's no real EV to it. There's no, the expected value is so low now because of the overprinting and the inflation and everything else that's going on. So I don't think opening booster, honestly, I feel like if you're a store, you're going to have more success opening packs and selling singles than you are selling boxes. I think that's the era we're moving into. If it's not a collector box. If it's a collector box, sell the box as is. People are buying those things like there's no tomorrow, because that's how WotC has created these things to be. I mean, look at how the One Ring was, and serialized and all. Those are the new. These are the lottery scratchers of Magic collector boosters. Play boosters are your nuts and bolts. Those are how you get your commons, your uncommons, your rares, all that into the ecosystem, so that people are buying, trading, selling singles, all of that. And so if I'm a store, I think you sell the collector booster boxes as they are, you crack open all your play boosters, and you sell the singles. That's just the way it's going to be. I mean, look at Murders of Karlov got so low that it was more advantageous to buy the boxes, to open them, to sell the singles, than it was to buy boxes and sell boxes, if that makes any sense to anybody. But, I mean, we had Surveil lands pushing $20, $30, and you open 3 of those in a box, the box paid for itself almost. And then you had all this stuff extra. So, murders aren't $80 anymore, Murder of Karlov Manor boxes. But the point is I think it's time to look at everything as a whole picture and understand where is our best spot to put our money, right? And that's why I'm doing this video, to really kind of shine some light and hopefully educate and inform people that are, on the fence thinking about, should I buy a box? Should I buy singles? It just depends on where you lie on the spectrum, as far as, are you a hardcore grinder player? Are you a hardcore collector? Are you in the middle? What's your prowess? And I think it's a good thing too that with Spider-Man, I know a lot of people are upset with this, right? That with Spider-Man, we get no commander decks. And I took a step back and went, wait a second, you're printing a Universes Beyond with no commander decks? Like, I don't want to give WotC too much credit, but maybe they're finally realizing that every set doesn't need a commander deck with it. I mean, I know people love Commander. I know people are for Commander. But I think you're burning people out on it. Like, I think it's a good idea. And I think they should do that with... I think more sets later on should have no Commander decks. I think, honestly, we should only have 1 or 2 sets a year with Commander decks. And that's it. And that would actually bring back the scarcity and the desire to be like, oh, I want to pick up these Commander decks. Because realistically, if you look at some of the Commander decks that have been brought out in the last, let's say, 2 years, there's a lot of the same cards spread along those Commander decks. They're running out of ideas to make Commander cards. They're running out of ideas to make synergistic decks. They're running out of... I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things you can do. But to make a pre-constructed Commander deck that falls within their bracket system of not being overpowered, you're going to run out of things. So, anyways, this video went way longer than I expected it to. I hope you guys got the good information I was trying to give you about this with the upcoming pre-sales, what to do if you're in a certain situation, and most importantly, just spend within your means, right? If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Don't go into debt. Don't lose out on, possible things because you're spending too much money on a piece of cardboard. Okay? I love the game. I love playing Magic, but at the end of the day, I got priorities. I got things to take care of, and I'm going to spend my money wisely where it needs to be. So, anyways, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, stay syrupy, my friends, and this mic.
Waffles in the morning, syrup sweet and slow. Golden stacks are rising, sunrise in the glow.